What was the chemistry like though when you guys were recording all that music? Had to be exciting.
It was, because we knew we was dope and it was effortless. Especially once Mile locked in, because the industry pissed Miles off so bad back then, man, he didn't give a rat's ass. Like, he ain't care, bro. He was like, I'm sizzled with this shit. But he did give us about 6 or 7 verses, maybe 5 or 6 verses on that joint. And then this is on volume 1. And Pharrell filled in the rest of the way. That's why we call him the 5th member of the Re-Up Gang, Skateboard P. I'm saying. So
yeah, because I've heard you say that like during that time, Malice was already thinking about not rapping anymore. Like he was tired of it, right?
He was the game wasn't the business was fucking with him. He was sick of the business. I definitely didn't think he like rap wise he loved rapping. Like Miles one of the dopest MCs I know. Like he go there. You know what I'm saying?
But the business will take your love away for the craft sometimes.
Of course it will. Especially if it's proceed in front of your fucking face while you sitting still. Like, damn, whatever that shit was that I ain't got no control over got me stuck here while that shit diddy bopping. And that was kind of my feeling in the Re-Up Gang. Like, at that time, like, it was like, oh, ain't got no videos. Ain't that? The fuck? All right, I'm going to complain about this and then this, and I ain't getting heard. All right, fuck it. I'm going to lead a group. That time don't stop for no motherfucker. Niggas, all right, well, Sand left, we going to figure it out. Okay, now Mile left. He not rapping secular at the time. He doing that. Pusha said, I got it. Big Boy Pants. Mixtape album kept marching. Like, so, you know, the business can sour you. You know what I mean? But he, like I said, he gave us some music for that shit. He ain't sour him like that. He left his mark on that motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mile left his mark on that motherfucking Drinsky. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And when the second time came around, he was in his bag. That was my, like, we used to go on stage. Me and Mile used to have this little thing, like, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, nigga, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. All right, well, you know, showtime, baby, and all this. I'm dead ass. We used to be, that was something I never said before. That's the untold part. I never said that. But yeah, like, yeah, I mean, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was dope.
Now I don't want to get into like all like the negative like little stuff that happened and stuff like that.
It ain't nothing. Like, let me tell you something, man. I was an artist. I just told you. So first we was talking about Mile not, you know what I mean, rapping at the beginning of the mixtape shit because of how he was dealing with what he was dealing with on the label. Mile was addressing that shit in verse on the Re-Up Gang. Mm-hmm. He was addressing it in verse on the Re-Up Gang. That's how he got that shit out. You know what I mean? So, like, okay, so we went from that to me saying, that's how I kind of felt. All right, so before we get to the Re-Up Gang, you just asked me about being stalled out on Interscope.
Right.
I had no control over that. I didn't complain. I didn't bitch and moan. I kept pushing. So when I got in the Re-Up, I was hungry for something that I was owed. And I put that on Re-Up. When the Clips came into the Re-Up, they were hungry for something they was owed. And they put that in the Re-Up. And though we were together, we all had certain things that we thought we needed to feel how we needed to feel about this shit. And maybe that was in play or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But, you know, again, like that was some pure artistry shit. Like I never disrespected Pusha T. They never disrespected me. I mean, we were brothers, like we said. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't. I was mad about the music business, and then how it was like, oh, he just went home to do Cannons Ain't. Like, no, that's not why I'm home, nigga. I'm mad because this, and the third. And I felt like, all right, well, he ain't gonna say nothing. So now I just look crazy. You know what I mean? Like it was. So I was pissed, but outside of the business that I was pissed about, there was no issues with me and them guys. Like me and Miles never had an issue the whole time. I would talk when he was no Miles and shit. He on the gram. I see him on the gram. He put up a word. I say something to him. You know what I mean? I put up something like it was always that. It was just me and Pusha had never spoken since I had left the group. Since the day I said, man, I'm out. I didn't see him face to face to speak to him until Clark Kent's funeral.
Right. But okay, so to bring it back a little bit, right? For the actual album, Clips presents Re-Up Gang. Now that was supposed to be dropping on Columbia, but it ended up dropping on Koch. Who made the decision that we were gonna like take songs from the third volume and change the beats and stuff, and instead of recording brand new material?
Watch this. You ready for this answer?
Yeah.
Not me. You know what I mean? Not me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Because by this time I had left the group long before that album was coming out.
Because like
I
the
don't
way I've
know.
seen you talk about it, you said that you were surprised, like you found out when everybody else found out when it came out.
About the clips the clips presents we got it for G. I did.
The
I did.
album. Yeah, when
I
the
did.
album came out, you found out like, wait, where all these beats come from? Or like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't even get to hear it before it came out, which
I
was
did.
crazy.
I didn't. I left the group. I was out the fold.
So you left before it even dropped.
Yeah.
What made you leave like before it even dropped though? Just because of like you felt like you weren't being consulted on certain things, like it wasn't working
It
out
wasn't
business
about
wise?
consulting me. I'm not like, I didn't make any decisions. It definitely wasn't about consulting me. It was just certain things I felt we needed that we should have had. Like I said, the videos and the presence, like we was
Right.
too big of a commodity in groups and I had these things. And it was just, you know, I didn't say it after the first city. I said it after the third. You know what I mean? And, you know, and then certain things just fell certain ways. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand it at the time. Like back then, I felt like if Columbia said, well, y'all are hot right now, but you guys being the platinum group or half of the group, can probably take this opportunity to like stand on it. We don't know how, you know what I mean? In my mind back then, I wanted Pusha to be like, man, fuck that. We all this work. No, we doing this together. But how do I know he had the opportunity to say that? Like, what if he would have said no and they would have been like, well, fuck it. We ain't interested in doing that then. Like, if y'all want to do this, like, I don't know. But I didn't give all those things thought. I was younger and man, was I fucking hungry. You understand? I put my blood, sweat, and tears into the re-up, man. I got my own brand, Cannons Inc., the mob. You know what I'm saying? And I treated re-up gang with the same love and approach. You know what I mean? So when things begin to go crazy, I'm not used to shit going crazy because I am always in charge. I am the nigga that's setting up the meeting or a nigga bringing me a meeting and I'm trying to see what's up and Blasey skip. Like, you know what I mean? I'm picking the logos and all. Like, I ain't never have nobody come to me like, yo, you should, you know what I mean? This is the dope shit. And like, or I'm gonna have this nigga. No, like, it was my brain. Hey, yo, do this. Or let's try this. This beat. Okay, them beats hot. All right, you get on that joint. You get on. You know what I mean? Like, so.
You were already a boss when you went to re-up, basically, and you had to kind of shift your position at that point.
I was a leader and I was definitely, because I don't like you know how that word boss gets through around. So just to keep it in
You know what I
perspective.
mean, though. You know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
you
I
were,
know what you
yeah,
mean, but you know how
yeah,
motherfuckers get. So to keep it
yeah,
in
yeah.
perspective,
So I appreciate that. Yeah.
like I was a leader of men. You know what I mean? I was leader of other men that believed in my vision and understood that they can contribute to it to bring it to fruition. You know what I'm saying? And they trusted my judgment, whether that was on music, logos, video ideas, song structure, whatever. You know what I mean? Like niggas was like, I was already doing everything. So like at certain points when shit wasn't going right, I would just be reflecting to myself like, well, damn, if I had the Cannons and Rolling Stone and all of that shit, a video would just be like mandatory. And I felt, yeah, I mean, we knew everybody, all of us in that group knew somebody that'll walk from Philly to Virginia, Virginia to Philly with the equipment to be the guy to say, I shot that shit. You understand? So I like, you know, like I said, there was little nuances and things like that. And my artistry, my hunger made me mad. And I had nobody to be angry at except T, because he was the nigga calling the shots. And you know what I mean? At that time, like you think Pusha T today is the same guy he was back then? Fuck no. He doesn't handle big business. You know what I mean? He done cut the checks, made the deals. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? And maybe I put too much on him at first. And maybe, you know, I don't know. Like, I mean, I just don't know, man. I mean, but I do know I was disgruntled about those things only. Like, it wasn't nothing personal. I love them niggas.
Right.
Like, that's why it was so easy for me to hug them and hold them and get that same reaction back like that. That's why you saw what was real, because if we take the music shit out of it, it's like, oh my God, like damn, these my guys. Like, we built what we built together. Like, we did establish relationships, like personal shit. Like, I mean, real shit. You know what I'm saying?
In retrospect, do you wish that you had that conversation in person, or you went about the situation differently instead of like leaving the group?
Nah, the business was already made. The business, like everything had already went down. Everything was rock solid. When I learned about the Columbia deal for them, I was reading it on Hip Hop DX. So it was already up. It wasn't no conversations to have. The last draw for me, at that time was like, I wanted us to have one video. It's this video shit. I was hung up on this.
Yeah, it was supposed to be for the 20,000 song, right?
I was hung up on. I wanted us to get a re-off pump on so bad. I'm not wrong for that, bro. I'm not wrong for wanting this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so when it came to the album, I thank God that I can laugh about this shit tonight, nigga, because it wasn't funny for a long time. You hear me? Came time
No,
for the
you was
album.
mad, bro. You was mad because in a lot of the old interviews, you was like asking the interviewer, "You heard that album? Yeah, that shit's whack." Like, you know, like you was really upset about it.
You think my sentiments changed? The
I
fuck?
guess so.
Like, I ain't that nigga.
Right.
That shit is. I don't know who made them beats. And we all owe our fans an apology for that. I ain't heard nobody yet that like came to me and was like, yeah, that shit crazy. Like, it's off in certain areas. Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I did, man.
So can you give me an honest opinion, please?
You already know. It you guys built up such like a expectation that when it came to the album finally, it was just kind of like, damn, it was like a real letdown for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do you
and
remember our originals before that album came out that was like sprinkled throughout this, like the Re-Up Gang trilogy? Do you remember the CDs?
yeah.
Like 20K Brothers on the Corner, you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
You heard Zen?
Yeah.
What else?
What was the oh man, I forgot the songs on that album though.
Man, listen, man. We had some shit, and it just hurt my heart because I know that album was so fucking crazy. Like, I'm like,
Yeah, because they
nah,
really didn't get
man.
good reviews from the platform, the outlets or anything either though.
I'm like, nah, man, we ain't put all this in for this right here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was just hurt. And then, like, when they dropped the single, what's your paper like? That John. When they dropped that John, like, that was the last conversation me and Pusha had.
The Fast Life one?
I'm like, yo, we supposed to be shooting, what's her name? I don't know what video was in Miami, LA, but at the time I did. I'm like, well, why this shit say, he like, no, we ain't doing that. We shooting Fast Life or something. I'm like, what the fuck is that? We ain't got no song. He like, man, me and my brother did it, man. Scott Storch, I ain't got time for this, Sandman. I mean, come on, man. What, nigga? The fuck?
It's dope though that you can laugh about it now though. You know?
Oh my God. My shit was through the roof, bro. I was like, no, my nigga, ain't no. So hold up. We do get an album on Koch, cool. Something's better than nothing. We get a one-off video and we still don't get to do us, bro. I was flaming, boy. I was flaming.
Yeah.